Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I think we got locked in. I think we're locked in. We're locked in. Where are we? Here? Yeah, we're in episode 3, so there's only 2 more episodes. We're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We almost got this case won now, Nick. I'm gonna guess the tiger is going to intimidate the judge. Which I could agree. Huh? I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now. He said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. Pagodo picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without the proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know, but that's the line the prosecution takes. We could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case making evidence we're going to need. Hey, Bao. Detective Gumshoe. What are you jumping about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. That's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot. What is it? Never mind about that hair. Just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Arg! No kidding. You have something you need me to do, pal? Anything? Well, we need evidence. I wonder if this is contributing to my lack of chess skills, that I don't get my caffeine until after chess now. I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. Should get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour. You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me?
Take that!
You went back to the station anyway. Did you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey. That small bottle I gave you back to you this morning, right? Yeah. Next time we solved the last mystery of who the prints on it belonged to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Right? How about it? Okay. I'll get this off to the lab right away. Make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Alright, so we just gotta stall. Experience the final showdown, I guess. Time to separate the phonies from the real guys. The phonies from the ponies. I made that up. I don't think that actually means... I hope it doesn't mean something inappropriate. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godo, did you find the Furio Tigre? Even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. So what does that make this, like, cup number 12? Tamed him. The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Witness? Please state your name and occupation for the... Garg! Ah! Don't hide on the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there, too. Would you mind? What'd you say to me? You say to me? That's hard to say. Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. I guess that fear would induce a bad broken accent in the judge. Got this take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? Heck, no, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Tell me, just carry on the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're doomed. Maybe you just didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What did you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. You know what this reminds me of? I think they made fun of this on South Park. Every time the guys started talking about coffee, it played like the cheesy music, and he just like stared off in the distance, like just like the first cup of Joe at this place. Grr. Just too cool. Told him to get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no sneaking incident, mask boy. You mean didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maybe I'll wake all night? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course, well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. You make a cup of tea, made a second cup of coffee? Well, I mean, it's like morning for you, so you got time. Isn't it morning for you? It's like, what, 10 in the morning for you or something like that? Noon? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Oh, Phoenix Wright. You did Phoenix Wright on the day of the murder? I should shut up. You're the one who set this up, didn't you? You're gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. And don't soil yourself on the stand. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got well signed up to borrow cash from Tinder lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Ah, last I found my pen. Go on then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Arrgh! Well, what is it? Please, witness, if you can refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Don't sleep and you don't need coffee to wake you up. The lowlife, me? That's not smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you're just gonna borrow the cash from me. That's not one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Huh. I love good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's really not. This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Not a Pokemon. That's the second time in a row you've done that. After Drake just spent like $2,000 for that. Come on, now I gotta fix it. Hold on, I gotta put it back. I did not expect it to happen. Gotta put it back. Okay, there's been imposed a penalty system here. This better be listening. I said I got big business to take care of. Big business. Scammed. You're right, you got scammed. Well, split now. I ain't gonna catch my bus. You know what? You're right, Frosty. I'm sorry. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix this. Hold on. You're right. I can't scam you. Hold on. Alright, there you go. Happy? If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. Court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? There, now everyone's happy. No, nothing about no murder. I feel like I need to save, because if we're gonna hit every time we press, that's gonna be hard. Tied up business in December last year, spent all my time in my office. I will sign up to borrow cash from Tinder lender every day. My alibi, just ask Violetta. How about you haven't even heard of the incident that occurred at Trebian? Heh. You got a big mouth, right? Trying to say I was in on some mob hit? Is that what you're trying to say? Where's your proof then? Evidence, yes. Well, trying to make the actions in court, he must have evidence. It's from loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide, yeah? She's street type, Mr. T. Great, very good. Huh, why don't you ask him something to represent you sometime, try it? Or what should I do? That's harder. Strike, Tigray. What do you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection.
It's dead and you try it, and you know it. Remember the rules. Witness without evidence to back it up, attack is prohibited. Earlier court. What? Ouch. Tigray, would you mind repeating your testimony from the beginning, please? Attainment fee, here, you better remember that. Miss that bus, someone's gonna pay.
Objection.
What? I'm gonna lose this.
Objection.
I can't press him. I can't press him. Wait, I guess I can press him once, right? Okay, I think we can press once, but we can't press harder. So I guess we can press once, but we can't press harder. So we can't press harder. We can press one time. Okay, so we press one time. You heard the instance. Is that what you're trying to say? Where's your proof then? Evidence, yes. For trying to make an accuracy in court, he must have evidence. From loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide, yeah? That's your street side, Mr. T. Gray. Very good. How would you ask him to represent you sometime, tried? What should I do? Leave it. Change press things without knowing where they might end up. Better just focus on gathering information at the moment. Strike. T. Gray, would you mind repeating your testimony from the beginning, please? Wait a minute, if I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. These teeth, that's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Talking about Viola Cadaverini? That's everything in my scheduler. Simber, mainly the office, that's what it says. That's where I was. Seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Gwar! And Judge gone. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. Important is what he's doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Change press things without knowing where they might end up. Just focus on gathering information for the moment. Now then, would you mind repeating your testimony? Alright, we're just gently pressing. Check, you get a lot of customers at your black market loan office. Tough for the little guys these days. Small businesses are feeling the pinch. Boss of companies like that want to get in good with me. I'm their best friend. I see. That's very admirable of you, witness. Yeah, well, Tender Willinger's motto is, we win through compromise, you know. Win through compromise? What's that supposed to mean? Compromise the customer to win. That's what it means. You's got it? With best friends like you, who needs enemies? Let me spell it out for you all. You don't pay me back within 3 days, Spiky? I take what's due in your stupid hair. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not one of your customers. Why do we have to keep going at the beginning? Violetta? You're talking about the Cadaverini families. Yeah. You don't want to cross them or you're just gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you've been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in. Sorry, couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there. Said just like Viola, didn't he? I think this might not be the right time to probe him about her. Okay, we gotta press one of them. And we know it's not the first one. Let's press on this one. Let's press this one. Let's press this one, okay? Also here, I'll be nice, Frosty. Since I feel bad that I messed you up. Even though everything worked as it's supposed to. Where's the one you know the most? Here. That's all you get, though. There. I gave you some points back. You happy? Ow! Sharp, is he talking about Viola Cadaver, ain't he? That's everything matched together. Okay, December mainly in the office, that's what it says. Get your schedule. That's harder. Tigre, what'd you just want? You did the notes! Alright, show me a screenshot of you having 500k. Like, I don't even think if I'd given you all of them back, it would have worked. And that was like a month worth of throw nuts. Also, I already finished them, so you can't. I can't lose it back anymore. If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. Dead end, Triton, you know it. Remember the rules. No, it's essentially establish the witness alibi accurately. I agree. Victim was killed on December 3rd. Where were you on the office? Were you in the office on that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. That means all day, a bunch of cats wanted to do business with me. Ain't never seen that young kid before. The witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please... Shigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. An animal beats you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. Alright, we gently press this. You didn't know Mr. Glenn Elk, really? I must look up, when there are bigger fish to fry. What do you say, boss? Who, me? That's about hit you with a fat $200,000. Well, think about getting a nice car. A nice car from Europe. You seriously considering this? Wow, the Tiger's a really good salesman, huh? Yeah, and if I really want to sell this case, I need to copy him. How about you hit him with a bad piece of evidence, boss? It was that easy. I present the calendar, Mr. Tigre. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. Bam! So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. That face. Like, that's supposed to be a tan? That's a spray tan. They went too far. Rah, ha, 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 ha. Not bad. You're actually not bad. So sorry? I was just messing with yous. To see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Now, witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies would not be tolerated. What's he gonna do? What's the judge gonna do? You just calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing? And he's gone. Told you. Ruh-roh. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? So I'm dead serious. Use better, please. That's the truth. Ha. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. Is that 13 now, probably? That is why you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? You never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nail this guy. Ain't ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elg. There's some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. Instead of meeting with the guy at my office Tinder lender. Waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't never even been to that Trabian joint. You's here? Okay. Can we gently press this? See, that all seems perfectly logical. You'd arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Did I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I can make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. The bill's gonna straight to you, Wright. Grr. Alright, do we want to press these? Are we still under, like, pressure? Let's see if it's flashing. It's not flashing now. We're gonna save anyway, just because I'm not sure. And I want to be a little careful here. And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar. Get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not a lame horse, you porcupine. Tiger let me eat horses like that for breakfast. No. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not they ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate... Anyway, if you have never met the victim before, how do you explain this note he left? There's some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed. Oh yeah, maybe he was right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December. So you did meet Mr. Elk then. Hey, Wright, you might want to cool your jets a sec. Instead of meeting with the guy at my office, Tinder lender. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Trabian then? Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. Got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know. You're in your office on the day in question? Wait around for him, but he ain't ever showed. He didn't show up? Ha! What do you think, Trite? Let's see, how does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office? And you yourself didn't go to Trabian. What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you just come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? Got the best punch bag you ever saw in there. No need. I'm good, thanks. Listen up. I got nothing more to say except this. I ain't never even been to that Trabian joint. You here? Yeah, we got the matches. Never? Not even once? Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. They put no poison in no kid's coffee. Capiche? Think you really didn't meet Glen Elg? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. You mean that whole testimony just gave us a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him the time to think of ways to plug the leaks in it. Gotta nail him while I still can. Alright. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you talking about? We found them in your office at Tinder Linder. They're from that restaurant. Well, you've really never been to Trabian before. What was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You been snooping around in my stuff now, too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Bark! And judge is on. Called it. So sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. Ain't no pussycat. Gotta get back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day. I'm switching in my water. Gotta stay hydrated, you know. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The one guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured the place wasn't hot already. It was going to be, so I split. Heard the cop sirens on the way out, and I went straight back to my office. How'd you get the matches? I see you didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. That's right, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Ha. No problem. Anytime Wright presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Goto, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Okay, yes, sir. Special express ain't cheap, right? So you just know since you're paying. Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Alright, let's see what we have. Alright, what do we press on? Make save. You saw Glenn Elk's dead body? Yes, I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat. What time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I gotta pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker. Out of interest, Mr. T. Gray, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What'd you think? Square watches. Is this guy for real? Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down in that place. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? Tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I got no time to be caught up in no murder investigation. So when exactly did you pick up the matches? There were matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a man cry. Alright. Do we present or do we press? You went straight back. Did the bout of guilt suddenly hit you from what you did? What you trying to say? Trying to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. I'll just follow the dark secrets we hide. Like this! Coron's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? Done again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning. Oh, crap. Only for the 2 jokers and the garbage they keep coming up with. I think he's running out of ways to avoid the truth. It's a fast way, it's time to think things through. Come right back at him with a contradiction. Careful when you press him on or you'll get penalized. Okay. Augustine, what do you mean? It's already told us to try it, which makes the question irrelevant. But you must have 17 cups of coffee during a trial. That's the rule. Then limit the number of times you take a penalty, right? Or your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashen. Let me burn you again, Mr. Wright. Wow. Shouldn't have pressed him on that. Alright, let's present this. Let's stay. Faulty. No? Well, we failed. As you called it. I was gonna fail that. Wow. That was rough. They keep adding all these extra rules and stuff. They add all these extra rules. It makes it a lot harder. Let's press on this. Alright, so Uncle Nelk's dead body. Alright, we know he hates watches, okay? He hates watches. Got it. Next step inside the restaurant then. I gotta press him. I haven't pressed on this yet. He wants to take place at Tenderland at all then. He was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen in there, any issues. Ow. Maybe it's because the punching bag that people are scared to come. That's why I decided to meet at Trebian. Ah, you're going over old ground again, Wright. So sorry. You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it. Thanks, sir. May I have another? But can I press again? Oh, we already did this. Crap. Be nice to Cinnamon! Stop it! Alright, so don't do watches. He's wearing a hat. I started. Ow! I saw one person. Wait, he wouldn't be able to see. Okay, I got it. We got it. Let's reload. We got this. We got this. We got this. Alright, press on this. Alright, press on this. Those two things we can press on. Let's go back. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? Here's the floor plans of the crime scene. Say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. The entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in, ends here. So from the entrance of Trade Inn, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
Objection!
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glen Elk, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim? The killer murdered Glen Elk, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. The case was right. Reveal that enemy, the real criminal, to the court.
Take that!
Obviously, the killer's Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it. Well, what? Well, witness? Grahaha. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. We're not in the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright! Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. Old man, you just got guts. I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Huh. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. But Mr. Godo, let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. I didn't say, just see the victim. Oh, no, no, no. Turn girl brought him a Javatino, but she put something in it. No question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Victim, he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. Fact remains, he saw the accused put poison in the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. But very impressive, Mr. Godo. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Huh. Thank you for the bats. Found your pen at last, right? It's in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed 2 people that day. He saw the victim, I suppose Mr. Glen Elk, and the waitress. Hydrate, you got it. From behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright? I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glen Elk was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Cadavrini. She's an employee of Tinderlinder. He was making a big mistake. You know who Violet is? Laisal, welcome, welcome! How's your stream? Sorry if I mispronounced that. I am terrible at pronouncing everything. Why is it not working? There it is. Got it. You're also playing this game. If you are hoping to avoid spoilers, we are near the end, I think. We're on, like, the 3rd game, episode 3. So if you're trying to avoid spoilers, that's where we are. How's it going? Are you having fun with this game? We've been playing this game for a few weeks. You started this game for the 3rd time? No worries? Oh, okay. Then no worries about spoilers at all. I've never played it before, though, so, please don't tell me. I'm doing my best. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Well, where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, I saw there's a bunch more out there. This one was a viewer request game. But I don't think Treeborn's in here. He's the one who requested it. Yeah, I don't see him. Oh well. We'll get him on YouTube and it'll all be good. Yeah, I saw there's like what, 8 games? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. She was sort of creepy, but she had kind of a cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. It's very fun. It's very funny, although some of the puns really, they're crazy. So in one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. He's sweating. And orange. There's like 3 collections? That's cool. The only thing I don't like about this one is I have to play it in this thing, so I have my chat here. If I play full screen, my chat disappears. Well, witness, what have you got to say? So it's probably cutting off just a little bit at the bottom. But I think it's okay. It's working okay. That's cute. So sorry? You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. Well, what do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. Yeah. Although, Larry Butts is one of the funnier ones. If it smells, it must be the butts. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you just one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You just got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But you just missed out on one real important thing. That can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid, too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. You see here? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker. It's a troublemaker. Alright, what is that? Is that 14 or 15? I think it's 15. I think it's 15 cups of coffee. I'm gonna need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you explain yourself to the court. I'll give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Trabian between yourself and the victim? Okay, can I press on everything again, or am I limited? Nobody's screaming about me, so it might be okay. Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. Kid had hit his payback date, see? Welcome back, Drake. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. About to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won! $500,000! He got lucky, you know? Real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elk was $50,000. Yeah, well, you've got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know. What is VIG? I don't know what that is, but whatever. It's fast and fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. The payment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. Got the $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. If I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Alright, let's see here. Alright, can we press? It's not flashing, so I think we can press. Do you have any way of paying the loan back? Who was a gambler? He said he couldn't give it up until he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him. Help him? You? I think I've hit him with ideas for ways he'd get a big win. The guy kept losing. So you were helping him for his sake or yours? Well, if they're all like puns and stuff, that makes it real hard. Because puns are not the same across countries. We went through compromise. You help me, I help you. What's the difference, huh? I don't believe this. Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max. Thanks a lot, Maya. That day we was due to have a little chat to get his payback date, see? How much were you expecting him to pay me back on that day? What do you think? The whole package, $100,000, including interest. It's a real heavyweight punch. Once a client misses a payment, you call the whole loan in. You wanna make it in my world, that's all you just gotta know. And how many times have Mr. L been late with his repayments? Once. How much are you supposed to pay back every month? $50. $50 on a $50,000 loan? That would take forever. That's 1,000 months. That's like 80 years. Mr. L was in a real sticky spot. Yeah, $50 a month, he'd never pay that huge loan off. Anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. How much do you have left on his debt? You want it? In round figures, about 100,000 bucks. That's the whole amount. We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. What? You just telling me he wasn't even going to pay for the coffee? He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elg. That guy was smooth, I tell you, real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. The guy then calls me the Tender Tiger. He was shaking. He was skating on thin ice with me. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Is that because the guy won the lottery? Was his last chance at a big win? Confirmed this is the ticket in question? That's it. The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 p.m. and runs for 10 minutes. I think it's time you two met with some accuracy. And the whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. Also, Mr. Kudo would see it. I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it. Yes, I won $500,000. Yeah, real lucky, you know, real lucky. Anyone else in the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. There's no one else there. I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Star Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at the time. Dude had intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning. Seems that way to me. But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you? Ha! The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. Well, that's what defines a true gambler. It makes it sound so cool. Let me tip you, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it. All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end. I wish I hadn't done what she'd done. Everything would have been over. Wait, does she mean? Girl with glasses in the vintage chair. What else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. What exactly are you implying the defendant did? Why'd you ask? Fries about that $500,000 ticket. She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee. Likely theory, your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre. Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Wright. Paul don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. Couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see. Your Honor. Witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. I concur, Mr. Kudo. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness. Ha ha ha. That's what you use after Phoenix, right? Thanks to what she did, my business with that kid was over. Tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. It's about what he saw is only going to damage our case. Many things have been over and done with. It's all there. What? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It's all come together before that waitress got in the way. According to witness testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Was right? You're happy with the testimony? That can be amended. Have it amended. I'm not getting anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Honor, the witness like the testimony amended. Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please. After the $100,000, I have no other reason to kill the guy. Are you saying you had no other motives that day? Yeah, so what? Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Why did you just think? Because of Four Eyes over there. Because of Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee. Like the theory, your word hasn't held water lately. Wait, we already did this. Gonna be there, split up. Okay, yeah. What do we do? What do we do here? We'll see her for now. Thank you, Ryder. There's me to admit the testimony. Very well. Tiger's meeting Glenn Elk to get his money back. So Elk just give him the lottery ticket, that would have been the end of it. Guess what's the Tiger's motive? It's the big one. Man, to undermine his testimony, it's all over for us. Why would he have to poison Mr. Elk? Why didn't he loan him the money in the first place when he knew he couldn't repay him? Okay, about $100,000. There's payback, tells me there's no way to pay up. I'm gonna start screaming, S1. You know, it's in the restaurant. Can we get the other side of this? Alright, we already did this. Let's see. Okay, so we got his, let's go with the virus. I think we go with the virus. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elk owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elk, I don't believe that $100,000 is what you're really after.
Objection.
What are you getting at, trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. Kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What's one of those two? Oh, do we have to explain that again? Your virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What's one of... Can we slap the judge? No, I guess not. Where's the whip lady? We need the whip lady back. Whip him. What's one of those two? I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important part. Close enough. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million in the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elk's a programmer. A highly skilled programmer. That skill was a collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection.
You're trying to suggest the witness' motive was to get a hold of that program? Exactly. Witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, right? A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. What if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. Uh-oh, we're putting the pressure on him! Seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need the money to the tune of $1 million? In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you just know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Excuse me. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. Well, $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs. I mean, they really should. As someone who works in the healthcare industry, yeah, the prices are out of control. But I guess they pay the bills. Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Guard! Oh, order! 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 You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. I was wondering about that, because half the time they call her Viola and half the time they call her Violetta. War! Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You're desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, you decided to sacrifice Glen Elk's life to pay your debt. Hydrating, got it. Not a Pokemon! On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000. But Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elk won $500,000 on the lottery. What's left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least no legitimate way. Sprinkle, sprinkle! So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glen Elk and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elk. How did nobody notice he was orange? Then again, nobody knows he was me, so who knows. While Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. Witness being the one who we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection.
Like I said, Tried, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. Mr. Armstrong was in it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Kudo? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Order, order! Silence or I will clear the courtroom! Rawr! Ha 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 ha! You just put on a good show, Spiky. If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, create a witness, and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. And you did. Ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you were very careful. That's why I took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Finally, this comes up. I was wondering when this would come up. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was the trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Yeah, we know. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. Phoenix Wright, who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen. Grr! Rawr! And intimidating everyone? Can you prove that, Gramps? From the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago, was that this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Gulp. Oh, hey. Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir?
Objection.
Alright, that's what, 16? It isn't a matter of pride. I should know. Try here in court we deal with people's lives. Nerg! Mr. Goto's right. Your Honor? Speaking for myself, I'm absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I've started this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in opposition cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No! Witness has no further evidence. The court will now choose the witness. Circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But, come so far. Alright, we need an objection or a hold it right here at the end. You say he impersonated Glenn L. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Narg! Oh wait, we got to hold it! Gumshoe is gonna come to rescue! Ha! Sucks for you, right? Don't mess with Tiger, you're gonna get mauled. You just got that? All I managed to do here was chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! So I won't be needing a refill. Alright, okay, the judge is gonna say, alright, unless there's any objections, then Gumshoe's gonna come running in. Ready? I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness cross-examination is over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre. Hold it! Right there, hold it! Called it! Your Honor, sir. Wait! Wait! Detective! Detective Gumshoe! Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge. It works. Here it is. Art's counting this too. Well, what is Detective? It's an obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. Well, what? What? They trade places so quick. Like, what did he do? Shove the tiger out of the way? Sorry I took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. Results? The prints, pal, from this medicine bottle. Oh? So do you know who the prints belong to now? You think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? No, they're violas. I knew it. Heh, you bet. Oh, really? Clear crystal all over the bottle. The Furo Tigre's paw prints, alright. It's great. You got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. Said everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry, this is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on the bottle now. Huh, what? Why not? When you produce at this stage of the trial, it's irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elk coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, it doesn't matter, make any difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news into me, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie, you been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. Only there was some way I could use it. Can we trick him and say we found some of his fingerprints on a bottle and make him think it was the poison bottle? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I grant you a recess so you can prepare this decisive evidence you discovered. Yes. Alright, there's 17. I think. Don't keep us all in suspense, Wright. Show us. Actually, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you just gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us to it, Mr. Wright. Think save? Alright, we'll save. Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. Lay back to a corner here, but maybe if he thinks he got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Keeps waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Found a piece of evidence to the court.
Take that!
This is his final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victims? Your Honor, Doctor to the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? No one here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. Fingerprints are on that fancy-looking bottle? Is that what you're saying? What the hell is in it, anyway? Phony trial, phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. A perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is a decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? Poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? Ha 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 ha. You'd make a good clown, you know that? What? You ain't never gonna get this to stick. You're just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? See straight through you, Phoenix Wright. Ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it? No. It's the bottle we found traces of poison in. I must say, tiger, you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The kind of bottle is brown. It was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. But how do you know that, Tigre? Silence fills the courtroom. Got him, at last. But you won't get me that way. Nice try, Frosty. Well, what? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you people. That large is playing games. Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. It really had nothing to do with the murder. You shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. Grr. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. Again, you're not gonna catch me that easy. I'm not a Pokemon. We caught the tiger, but you can't catch the fox. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You just don't know who you're just messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. That's just what you deserve. The phony trial with the phony lawyer, it's all played out by you. The biggest phony of all. It's windy. Grrr. Probably. We win? Did the lights go out? Well, what's going on? Is that the judge? Looks like a blackout. Well, done. Tried. That looks really cool in the dark. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Wow. That's so nice of him to go share his coffee with us. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't let me let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He's being arrested on the suspicion of the murder of Glen Elg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, he managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for the one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. Ha! Truly frightening one is the defense attorney over there. Godo. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. The court finds the defendant Maggie Bird not guilty. We did it! Hooray! That's all. This court is adjourned. Just in time. I need a good tail brushing. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. No, that's not game. There's 2 more episodes. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad at Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. Now I feel like I can forgive him. That wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick. In the doorway. Take a gumshoe. Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you, pal. Well, wait! Take a gumshoe. Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was. Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medicine bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. That gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. It's like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Didn't you put in good work for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Oh, Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this. I want to believe that, sir. That very first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. Thought I might have done it. Got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. If only we had something. Like weenies.
Take that!
Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom. I hope you've been refrigerating that. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love. See, I'm not worried about the weenies because those are basically, you know, salted meat. I'm using, and I also use meat a little bit loosely. But the rice grows bacteria very quickly. There's a an organism. I think it's Burkholderia cepacia. That I think what goes the rice grows very fast. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's Bacillus cereus. I'm sorry. But like Bacillus is everywhere. It's very common organism, but Bacillus cereus is dangerous. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know. There's another opportunity for you guys to clip that. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. So the case of phony versus something wins. False allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Alright, the end of episode 3. I think there's 5 episodes, if my memory serves, based off of the, yeah, it looks like there's at least 5. Alright, I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna go brush. I'm back. My package got delivered. I'm gonna open it. Hold on. It's not a gift. It was something I bought for me. But I'm open anyway. Okay, here we go. Hey. I'll make sure I got it all. It's dark out there. Dark. I hate getting stuff on dark. Next we have skirt and infusers. Very nice. Okay. I have to wash both before I use them. I'll wash them both before I use them. It's always a good idea to wash cloth you get before you use it. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's go ahead and start episode, whatever we're at, 1. Episode 4. Episode 4. Okay, we'll save. We'll at least get a start on it. Good idea? No, probably not. Alright. Part 1-1. Wait, you start with a trial again? The girl. Let her go. this a movie? Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang! Bang, bang. He shot me down. Bang, bang. I hit the ground. Bang, bang. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Named Terry Falls. Charged kidnapping, murder. Sentenced death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. The capture on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Bang, bang. Bum, ba, bum, bum. I'm going to revive the redeems before I forget. Let's see here. Reset, classic, and random, and I'll put specific in again. There we go. Just in case people want to change it. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. Frosty, I gave you like 300, okay? I gave you free 300. What more do you want? I don't even think I can give you 50k points. Here's the thing, when I gave you the 300, I completed the rest of them. So the only way for me to do stuff is to give back what you've done. Wait, what am I looking at? Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. There's so many requests. There's like 1,000+ requests here. Oh, if I complete hydrate, I guess those off. What's that? We're still over 1,000. That one's going away now. Hamlet's gone away. Naughty or Nice is gone. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I was looking at stuff. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I didn't give any Zarek. So knows. I feel like I'm going to die. I should have accepted this case. Eek! Ah! Good morning. Why so jumpy, Mia? Why is he carrying the ball? I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client. What's with this face tattoo? Does that mean something? And sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Ugga. Eek. I'm sorry. Is he eating the ball? Ugh, I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Ugh. Sorry. Total lie. Oh boy. Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. I'm sorry for asking, bud. You're on death row, right? Ugga! Eek! I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman. She lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. How'd you escape? Did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. That much is true. He did meet with the victim. I didn't kill her. She's alive when I left. She's alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha! You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I didn't do anything to Frosty. Literally nothing. No good, no bad. Came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in that big scary lion's den. Excuse me. Oh, that's funny, you could get the lion. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me. Diego Armando. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You got it all wrong. Say, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Ha. Relax, I just heard some good news. Prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Let's look at do we have anything? Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. A genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. I've wondered why more people don't try to escape. Because they're just like standing here. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. This is the other judge. There's like 2 judges. Case is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. It's young Edgeworth! Understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? Yes, Your Honor. I'm EFA. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. She's the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet. He does have the coffee. Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Huh. It's gotta happen eventually, right? I gotta sneeze. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in the case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls is responsible for her death. You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. In the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted the criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She witnessed suspicious falls to a young victim into the river. Was the body never found? Those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. It does sound like Goto. Is my thing... I'm not seeing any drop frames, but my thing is doing the circle thing. Oh, never mind, looks good. I refreshed and it seems fine. This woman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Ah, ha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind. Take revenge against the woman who convicted him. I had the stream up on my other computer. So, it had a little circle and a black screen. So if you have a little circle and a black screen, you might just refresh. I'm not seeing any drop frames or anything. So I think we're pretty good. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Zarek? What's up? Is my mic still working? Mic's working. Hello? Stream? Oh, yeah, apparently not getting a message. So, alright, I had to type it in. Truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious the defendant is guilty.
Objection!
Oh, wait a minute. That's not right. Please hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Young! Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Oh, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Miss Edgeworth, please call your first witness. Call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation in this case. Gumshoe! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am. You got any idea how much work it takes? Well, what is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart, it's aching for you. It's because you forgot to wear a shirt again. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so something other than your heart will ache. Oh, okay, I got it. Now, Detective, tell us about the incident. Yeah, Zarek, you couldn't hear me, but I had the same thing. I get a black screen and a little circle on it. I just hit refresh and it was fine. I don't have any drop frames for the stream so far. Detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. It was already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I got you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Okay, we got aerial map. Here's the river. Sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. That you can't cross. There's no way to cross it. Why would you try to cross it? Because there's no... I guess you could use the rope. Looks like it's, what, about 40 yards long? Old suspension bridge. Here that runs under there is Eagle River. Victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. If you captured a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Switch map added to the court record. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? Victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Fortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that actually is despised conjecture. If there's no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. Two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure I like you're wagging your finger at me, as though I were some hoser. Oh, that's right, he's supposed to be, Canadian. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here you go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. Well, no mistake in this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. That's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Colonel stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examiner, come right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. Keep trembling like that. You're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Maybe if you wore a shirt. Bourbon can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha. You got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night. All last night watching. Alright, here we go. Late incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. But what? Defendant? Defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top-secret memo that's left in her desk. I mean, it's typed, though. That could be anything. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? It looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? Cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Humph. I went to the Dusty Bridge at the desert town and met Mr. Falls. A bridge up in the mountains? Why meet there? Because it's a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? Remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He chased her under a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Return to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. That's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Is the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. Found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It's great. We even got to say, don't move, we got you surrounded. Wait a second, isn't there something weird about that? This was a suspension bridge up the mountains. How did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have been mentioning the phone call to someone else, right? That's what had happened, then she would have been killed. I mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but there's a note on her desk about it. Well, I noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. Nor I shouldn't mention the phone call to anyone. Criminal stuffed his body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. It and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? Why wouldn't he just dump her off the bridge? Body disappears, no evidence. What? You mean the defendant rode over his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at the red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Trunk's busted. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Can't tell this from the photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. Didn't we have another body with a knife in the back in the trunk? Like 2 games ago? Here's the body we discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. What's the witness have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. That's what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. That was a DLC? Something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set at the base of the mountain. Certainly some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. Figured Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? Two of them arranged to meet at 4:30. Takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. So I'm kidding, there's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk to carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have a chase at all, you better get some more information. Instead of get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. Every famous contradictions, I sure hope I can find some of those. Okay, let's go ahead and save just to be safe. Over here, I don't see. Let's see. Let's look at the evidence. What do we have? That's strange.
Objection!
Honor. Nope. There will be. You guys put it and try thinking through this again. Okay. Pointer finger's made for pointing. Note about. Okay, hold on. I missed something. I missed something there. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It's true. Okay.
Objection!
What am I missing? That makes no sense. We don't have a problem. We do have a penalty.
Objection!
What am I? There's no evidence.
Objection!
What am I missing? I don't know. I'm just gonna reload before we fail. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I guess we can read the note. Okay. Everyone in place. No? What? There's almost no evidence. Ah, here we go.
Objection!
She's not wearing a white scarf. Witness. Well, what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've actually had to dressed something like that. Grr, should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Oh, take a little kitten. Want a little piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Grr, come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am? This photo. You said that there's nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says wear a white scarf for identification. Clark must have forgotten what the victim looked like, so this is a special request. Ah, I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where's the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. You stopped there? You should have looked for it. Arg! Yep, they didn't look for it. Color told her to wear it and to identify herself. I expect she just did just that. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth? What do you have to say about this? Sigh. Defense is a little lacking. Scarf you were searching for so desperately for, is it this one perchance? Ah. Where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Well, why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Safest place I know. Oh, that hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Not exactly white, as the caller requested. As you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like it spent some time in the mud. I'm surprised it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Mr. Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. Cool, let's have the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Well, I'd like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising, but I can't wait to hear all about it. Alright, everything's... I missed it. Hold on. Everything is... Wow, I'm getting behind. He's moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? How am I so far behind? Refresh again. I think something weird's going on with Twitch. I'm not dropping any frames at all. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Why didn't you say that earlier? So it was actually taken by the witness. It shows Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal showed the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Oh, look at this photo. You really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Hey, Arthur, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha! But your witness, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. It's quite clear at this point what happened on the bridge. Aha! Truth's becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Let's go. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Who's this eyewitness? She's a college student. Female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as an attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. Time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. Well, what is that supposed to mean? Prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Case is arrested on the vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh? I mean, she's female and a college student, sir. You absolutely must hear her testimony. You'll have to give us a good reason why. Grr. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. This photo was actually taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. Victim's wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. About this witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? Taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of floral in that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. So spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There's light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. Not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That part of the witness testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back, and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Didn't mean that you pushed someone down like that once. His mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian. Ha! Save your nasty look for the right person. I told you, Canadian. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? Must have been when the scarf fell off. In other words, there's a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. From what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. Here's wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet, too. I don't know why the scarf's all covered in mud, but something about this testimony is still bothering me. Yeah, talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean? Of course I do. Oh. So little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. What you believe is the truth. That means somewhere hidden in the testimony's contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Oh, God. Where's her hat? Did her hat fall off too? Alright, so the scarf fell off, the hat fell off, I guess. Shut the victim down from behind.
Objection!
He's in front of her. It's definitely wrong. How do you shove her down from behind when he's in front of her?
Hold it!
Alright, they're looking for Ghost.
Hold it!
Just drive. Now it's really smooth. Yeah, that didn't help me much.
Hold it!
From around her stomach.
Objection!
I still feel it's wrong.
Objection!
There's no money anywhere else. It's the time there's light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too, just generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. It's a photo of the victim's body that's found in the car trunk. Given the condition of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us. What isn't right? The photo of the trunk doesn't fit the thing that day.
Take that!
Actually, the answer is right here. Victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. Exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusty bridge was all wet. The victim really fell down on her stomach on top of the bridge. The front of her coat should be covered in mud. Urgh, that's exactly right. The day I fell in the muddy street and got my gorgeous payoff beard befouled. To admit, the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself was muddy. I fell in the shower instead of a muddy street. Your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point was well taken. The surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge, huh? Ha! Real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Because that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The scarf, you already said. M says the scarf. Ah, should be obvious. The scarf fell into the bridge and got this muddy. Means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Erg, no, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Bimbo? It's aimed at you, buddy. Wait, didn't Edgeworth never lose a case? This face assertion makes perfect sense to me. I admit there appears to be a contradiction between the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? Every contradiction there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. Now he's really giving me a choice here. Ha! You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. It always says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. See, the victim discovered in the trunk. The witness photo showing the defendant and the victim. Or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence is one of those. It's one of those three. Humph. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like it. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. We won't let him. We'll expose his flimsy evidence for the scam. We'll expose evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes, false evidence in the case is the witness's testimony. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, the witness is suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that the testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's code isn't dirty at all. That's true. Huh. Not just true, it's the truth. There's a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, defense requests to cross-examine the witness. The eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. Sigh, you should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. Prepare to present our witness at any time. Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time. Mr. Edgeworth kind of worries me. Now, one second, I'm gonna go grab some water, and I think I'll get some brush my tail while I'm up. I know we haven't been that long, but I'm running out of water, and I don't think we're gonna make it to the end of the stream. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Alright, let's keep trying. What Mr. Edwards said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. Sydney, the battle begins here. We are not doing well on this one. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Oh, no. Wait, she's still in college? Wait, this is 5 years ago. How is she still in college? Everyone's so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh, look at you. How can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut holes. Like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast. Sigh. Said beforehand, this is very sensitive and delicate. She does not like a college student. Ask her to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you can learn a lot from this man. Such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear? This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just want to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may I please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You're on the scene when this emotional event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? Ah! How can you be so mean? Let's hear, what are you doing showing that in her face like that? She took the picture! Why? What? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. It's not always forced to penalize you. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defendant's attorney. My name is Mia Faye. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Are we gonna get to ignite the butterflies again? I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there was 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. Then they just started fighting. So I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. After that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? May not be of help here. I was standing right here, over here. Standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. Took the photo from that location, eh? Bought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. I warn you, make the winds cry again, you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. I thought we should save, even though we've already lost a lot of health. You know what? Do we risk it? No, don't risk it. It's getting harder. Alright, let's not press that. Is there anything strange about the 2 of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. Looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. I just watched them like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight, too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to keep watching them. Especially as dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly they just started fighting. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No. I have no idea. Why would you ask me that? Well, I thought that you maybe overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. Got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Grrr. And I hurried and took the photo that shows that crucial moment. Why'd you take a photo? Well, the 2 of them were really going at it. I was a little girl. I always wanted to be a news reporter. Guess that part of me just kind of took over. Sounds like a lie to me. I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. Choose my grandson to test my comedy routines on. Going to be a comedian, huh? Not this has any bearing on this. All I can do is just my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Objection!
I don't believe it. Witness, you said you took the photo of the crucial moment. Is that what you meant? All I can see is a photo of two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we won't refer to as a crucial moment. Why don't you present a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo was presented was the only one there was. Hi, Treeborn! You missed the end of the last episode, and the start of this one. If you really want to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Yep, she's back. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. We got a film? This photo's the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photographs are the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. Witness herself? And who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took the photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once, too. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Oh, wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss perhaps you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Yeah, no worries. So here's what I'm thinking happened. I think she set up the camera and then set a timer on it, and then she went out on to meet the guy. And I think the other person was already dead. It's about a different sort of photo. It was an incident you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Oh, well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. I noticed there were two people standing up on the fishing bridge. They started fighting. Turned around and tried to run away. I got about 10 yards before she stabbed in the back. Victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. Had been a quaggy? Woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy? Why you? If it been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. So something wrong with his testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Just saying, Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him. Well, it's a narrow bridge and I'm swaying back and forth. As me, both of them were in danger of falling off. Wish I could have done something to help her. Seems to make sense. What's about that? Something seems kind of off. Ah, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. I see what it is. Check this out. Okay, so here's the picture. Where's the picture? Okay, here's the picture. Okay, notice. So, he's here. She's there, okay? Now we're going to go to this picture. Check out this picture. So, if she was standing here, so the picture was taken from here. Which means here's where the guy was. Here's where the girl was. Why don't you turn around and run? There's no steps. There's no steps there. There's nowhere to run. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. Terry Falls is a criminal. There must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. The girl has the judge right around her little finger. You want to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Maya. Alright, let's see here. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Miss Fey, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. Maybe you should warn the witness not to lie. One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. Say there were 2 contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. If they were, and the victim turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. He said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5. The dusty bridge collapsed on that side. Wow! Well, what does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. Nungergurk! So this beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Objection!
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What'd you say? What are you referring to? Oh, because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that we can prove the bridge was broken during the incident. But that's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of this bridge from this photo. I apologize, Court, for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Ha, that guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was the insurance policy. What? A coward. Well, Miss Fey, it seems once again you've made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we get on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady, I ask you to please proceed with your testimony. But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. Suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. Make a really great mocha latte. This trial's not over yet. Ha! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Fey, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Alright, I already see what it is. There's definitely a better way to hide the body. He stabbed her in the back. He quickly picked her up in his arms. But we're gonna press on it just to be safe. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. So in that case, her coat would have been all muddy. Don't mind, I was asking the witness. Sigh, no need to be so rude. Well, young lady? Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. Ha, we're one step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that? He carried her over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not. That's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Birds matched what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. Suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. I mean, the defendant carried the body all by himself. Yes? Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would have been difficult. But let's remember that they're on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Impossible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get all so emotional all of a sudden? Say, if you think there's some other possible, please share it with the rest of us. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Why did you say that? It's already a broken down bridge, hidden away in the mountains. Do anything more to hide the corpse would have been going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. Surprised the number of people go up there. February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Now, the witness is merely reporting what she's witnessed with her own eyes. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body. Well, he's wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face, saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were so far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent, you're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony's bothering me, but what? Have you ever put salt in your coffee? No. No, why would I? Why not, huh? It actually feel better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, the point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. Right. Come on, we got nothing to lose. Oh, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. Well, we also have this. It's a bridge.
Objection!
Your Honor, with it. What?
Objection!
Your Honor. What? I think we have to go on the other thing. We gotta press on the other thing. Yeah, I think you're wrong, Zoe. I think we have to go with the there's a better way to hide the body. How far back does that put us?
Objection!
Alright, let's press on that. We already saw this. Alright, used up all the film. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Objection!
Alright, we jump to this. Alright, we already saw this. Oh, we don't know the bridge was broken at the time. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's press on. Okay, we got this. Okay, we're gonna save again. I mean, I guess we could press at the end. I think we press on everything again, but we're just gonna skip it. You never were in the doghouse. I just messed with you. You're fine, Frosty.
Objection!
Alright. We'll press on everything. Ow! Blah, blah, blah. Alright, we press on everything, then we save. Okay, we're gonna save. We'll save over this one.
Objection!
Killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There's a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take a look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah, kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur in that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order, order, order! Not sure if I care for the way you put that, Mr. Fay. I must admit, it does seem odd to not have thrown the body into the river. Ooh. Mr. Edgeworth? Sigh. How sad. As Miss Fay do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Fay, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. What those claims you've seen is totally ridiculous. So you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. It's really consistent with what witnesses told us. Ugh, please miss, go on your testimony. I'll try. Why don't you just tell us only what you saw? Otherwise the mean lady might yell at you again. What are you talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. I just stabbed her in the back, quickly picked her up in the arms, carried her over to the car. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Let's press on that. What did the man do then? Well, naturally he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. So that's when you called the police? Sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fay? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. See what I mean? If you try to see that car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah! I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it's the witness that presents evidence as evidence to the court, yes? It's the location the photo was taken from. The photo tells this whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that's being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! You should have been completely cut off by this cliff. So you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. I was trying to get on that earlier, but it didn't fall for it. Order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. Mr. Judge? Well, what is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Fay, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive, divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. Ha! Hey, the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando? Don't look back until the trial's over. Now it's time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to get relaxed. Then you need to remember. The other kitten's testimony. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Miss Foster? Until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true, these certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that the trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? There's no side, I can't make any mistakes here. She said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Miss Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. Even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? They would have been on the news. I finally got her. Ha. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that witness had a chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we would never have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous! She even suggests that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photos she took? Of course, it had only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shredder of this may not have been pushed by Mr. Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she's brought this camera just to take this photo. Bum, bum, bum. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? When the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field, as she claimed? Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer. Then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Let the events please explain further. Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? The answer to that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well, please answer this question. Where's Miss Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Bam! Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, is standing. You can't see her face. She got a hat on. She got a scarf. Identify. Victim, Miss Hawthorne, standing. I got this one figured out. Order. Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. At departing with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. This would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, someone put the body in the trunk. It could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Miss Falls met the victim. No person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk. The same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? You're a witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. And since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He can't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. Just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? Yeah, all right here. These evidence will blow this case wide open. For an instant, Miss Falls forgot what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. Ah! Mr. Falls, who requested she wear this scarf to identify herself. It's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne. Even you, Edgeworth. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Nunga-un. No! Well, she's dead. Case closed. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. She's gonna run for it. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera and snapped a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Wasn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we've had to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. The evidence court is in recess. Defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. I think we have enough time to do one more part. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll give it a shot. If it seems like it's gonna take a little more than 45 minutes, we'll call it there. I like to finish this part if we can. Mr. Falls, Oh god, eek! I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're really good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. We need the most is information about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. It's the same just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. It's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true, I did. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend, huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne's Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? It's a girl. Let her go. Shut up. Come closer. And I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Things back then was Valerie Hawthorne. first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but just to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us. Ow. Nope. Ow. Ow, I'm not a Pokemon. He's trying to catch me. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too. Make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Oh, that feels very skeevy. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. Anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Oh, hold on a minute. Saying is that kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Dahlia was in on it? Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business, we get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note we sent to her dad. Ah! Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. You tell him Valerie make a transfer because she knew detective. And police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman. Valerie, she'd do it for real. She shooted me for real. Me and Dahlia. I shot an arm. Dahlia. She jumped in river. Why does it sound like a caveman? Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Woke up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. That's why you called her. You want to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like. So I tell her to wear a scarf. I want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? That's why your answer come from her mouth, that's all. That's why. That's why you made the crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra boy. Senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls. Where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in the backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. Never found her. Followed by river. Gone, Dahlia, my teen angel. Teen angel, how old was she anyway? Just 14! Thanks for robbing cradles. It's gross! Explains the fake kidnapping disappears in the river with a rock worth 2 mil? Man, oh man. Angels these days. Poor guy! He's a pedophile! Falls takes fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. He had to been at least 18, or they wouldn't have put him in death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Time to add to the court record. Training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta track while the iron is hot. It's one of my rules. Remember it. Now then, let's continue the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. Huh. You're a very brave young lady. Now this again. I understand the defense lawyer wanted to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? This is not the person on trial here. Wait, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting. Yeah, her name's Dahlia. She's pretending her name is Melissa Foster. I don't think we can see it, though. It's not the one to try her. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. False reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman. Huh, certainly it's hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. I'm afraid you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think... Oh, wait. Yeah, court record. Please see how old he is. 25! He was 20. She was 14. Big bad pedophile. I don't want to get him off now. Can we just get him convicted? I mean, I'm okay with it. Yes, of course, I think. Ha. You still act as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. People here are suspicious of me, right? But that's why I just wanted you to know, Mr. Judge, to know it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. I can't answer that question. It's just this guy that apparently didn't kill anybody, but this is a real professional. Well, what do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. It's when things are darkest for her. Click, she lights it right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I was out of the country until the year before last. Under college, I'd never even been up to Eagle Mountain before. Certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. My grudge against the killing of an officer testified against you 5 years ago. For kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Huh, out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Oh, indeed. Right back, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. Yeah, you bet. Somehow, I'm tired of this case. I was out of the country until the year before last. What country are you in? It didn't go over... Yeah, it went over my head, Frosty. Yes, it definitely went over my head. I didn't get it. What country are you living in, then? We're all living abroad after my parents were killed. It's a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. Lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. Ow! What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Let's wait and see. Nothing I can do about a claim to have lost our identification. Let's wait to find some other evidence about a real identity. Can I proceed? Never been to Eagle Mountain before. What made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty, and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Prosecution objects to any question that involves the witness's private life. All that matters is she's a material witness to a crime. Witnesses need to respond to any questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you, she's really gone too far. Huh. Miss Faye, straight on thin ice. Isn't that like a common question? Hey, what college you go to? What do you do for work? You know, that's common questions. I say anything, talk about sensitive. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, it's scratch on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Fortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? Why is that? Liz came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's highly possible that at the time an officer showed her this photo. Huh. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago? A grudge? Well, police woman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's probably why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He's rather forgetful, your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. Look how the detective looked like. It's too bad for her he didn't forget about her testimony as well. But she's right about Miss Fox is kind of forgetful. That Fox is false. Let's hold off for now. Judge already has a bad enough opinion of him. Can't trust someone with a bad memory. What'd you eat for dinner 1 week ago today? Really supposed to remember that much. It's me, it was payday. So I had a nice moose steak with some poutine on the side. How does it relate to anything? Whether eating steak or committing murder, a person shouldn't deny their actions. I'm in complete agreement, Your Honor. Can I have your poor girl? I think this man is a horrible, terrible, horrible monster. You knew about the incident? Weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. An in-depth report about his whole history. You're still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right? Yes. Can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just gonna have to get her to show the court her true self. Alright, let's go with the first one. Let's go here. So what country are we living in then? Blah blah blah. Press her harder. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country are you in? Your Honor, this line of question is childish. Question and how many languages you speak are irrelevant here. We're here to evaluate whether this witness has any connection to this case. But brought ever since I was a little girl. Well, I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we're established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you stated to your official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Actually, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Huh. Oh well, it can't be helped. I see you scream with everything that comes out of her mouth. First time I saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it was a coincidence. Is this the one we press on? I can't remember. Alright. Can we get there? So you forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Alright. So the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. How did she know that? Why, if I'd been wearing a white scarf that day, he probably would have tried to kill me. No, that's true. He's clearly a bitter man. And Mr. Fall's reputation is keeping worse and worse. It's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with the last testimony? Have it at him. Alright, well, the witness you said was tremendously important. I get to add his official testimony. Actually has no objection. I told the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. This point only helps further prove that point. No, that's not why. Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves. Had I actually worn a white scarf like you said, you yourself might have been killed. It would have been a terrible loss for the world. Ha! You pressed too hard this time, kitten. Mr. Armando. Look around, you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to talk, know when not to talk. This might get bad. This is getting rough.
Objection!
Present this. It's true Miss Falls did give instructions to Valley Hawthorne about their meeting. The note that she left said, wear white scarf for identification. Yes, what about it? Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note was a secret piece of evidence. How is it that the witness knows about it? Ah! Order, order! Huh, it is odd, isn't it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, did you show top secret evidence to the witness? Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such a thing. In that case, the only way the witness could know about the note would be... Just a moment. Of course I didn't know about the note. I saw it when it happened with my own eyes. But she's wearing a blue scarf. Didn't want to see the killer. She used her own scarf to signal him. That's why I assumed the signal was a white scarf. Suppose that makes sense. Oh, Mia? Can't let a weasel out of that easily. Witness, sorry, but your explanation is going to work here. But why? It's true. It's what I saw. Impossible. There's no way you could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him. Scarf is blue! It's blue! You said several times in your testimony the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct? Yes. Is something wrong? That's what I'd like to know, Miss Foster. Have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf. Ah! I'm sure people would disagree about what to call his color, however... Oh no, we're getting into the blue dress. It certainly is not white. You knew what the note said. You knew the contents of the note? No! It says wear white scarf for identification. That's the reason why you said it was white. Ugh, ugh. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew that were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note. Valley Hawthorne is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the content of the note was... And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Talk about bad memory! Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name, right there. Well, what's this? Who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Sigh. Miss Faye must be desperately trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago. When she fell off that dusty bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. What a coincidence. Ah. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? What? Ah, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade in a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all those things together. You're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. That's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think to come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. Well, what? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter this far. You don't mean. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Actually, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. Well, what did he say? Ah, looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? He hadn't revealed her secret. He wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. He introduced you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But... I'm not a Pokemon! I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She's merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection!
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. The last 5 years she's been playing the role of victim. And now we found her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. Leave Cinnamon alone! What are you doing, Cinnamon? Any cost. How dare you? Please, let's take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. Huh. Even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. This Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? Possible reason witnesses have for killing her beloved sister. Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Ha. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. It's prepared to be evidence to support okay. Can I save real quick? Just be safe. Be safe. I think I know what we need. There's two choices. There's two choices here. That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Ha! I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. It's I, rashness of youth. How charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? What's this? Is this a defense's idea of a joke? So I certainly don't see the punchline. Well, Miss Faye? Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? What's your point in throwing such a stereotype? I'm stay hidden for 5 years, kitten. See a good reason for that. Must involve Valerie Hawthorne. One more time. This is a note. Story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. Told her she was going to reveal the truth to the world. Reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. Keep her mouth shut permanently. Terrific story, Miss Faye. You like fiction, that is. Light in the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. But yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, it's like for further testimony. But what testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh! Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. Cookie! Oh, no. Eat a cookie. I know it's painful for you, but you can enlighten us once more. My little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. This will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. feel like we can't succeed here, though. Otherwise, it breaks the continuity. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped in Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. So Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Huh. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And I believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. As you'd heard, Liz is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha! We're not allowed to fight. Let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Don't say you've forgotten already. That kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. Anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What I'm saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. Fake kidnappers, your best shot, Mia. Ah! Quack. That's your secret. Okay, how do we press on this? Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You're tutoring him, Mr. Falls? No, of course not. I'm ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. I came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Huh, quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Damn right. Did you just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? His price is a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. I heard that diamond was valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? Still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. That's big! Huh. A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. She demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain? If you ever got surrounded, it'd be hard to escape. There's one thing the kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. Only one interest in the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right, it was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond up the mountain, and as she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually that saved my life. What do you mean? See, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. How I knew he was going to use it. And he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. That's when Mr. Edgeworth tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. Why didn't he stab you? I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned and tried to run away, but Miss Falls tried to grab me as well. When I passed, he locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Oh. In the next instant. We've watched that cutscene like 7 times. I've ice court remembered that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. Came to, I'd been carried by the river to a strange place. Never forget that day. Coming bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind, and that was it. My sister could catch me, I fell in the river. I survived. I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes. I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. Hi, I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. That new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. The only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I could killed her? There's no way I could. Huh. I'm only truth this witness too. Once the truth about the stage kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Gotta prove the kidnapping was a hoax. Okay, what do we have? Okay, hold on.
Objection!
Nope, we messed. We messed up. We're done. Ah, we fail. No, but I saved before I lost the other health. I hate being on the last life. In the first game, I feel like you revive between sessions.
Objection!
Alright, we gotta finish this.
Take that!
It's a note. Alright, do this. Alright, we catch back up. Alright, we do it. Oh, it's supposed to be a short one? I'm clicking! It won't let me advance it. Okay, there we go. Then we gotta watch this again. Okay. I'm clicking fast. Okay, there's only one speed. Okay, now I gotta do this. Alright. We press on everything. So precision diamond there is not good there. Alright, let's watch it get shoved off again. Can't skip that for some reason. I'm pressing on everything. Yeah, I gotta press something. Alright, did that. Okay, we pressed on everything now. Okay, we gotta present something. Okay, hold on. We need to save again? Did we save? I don't know. Did we save? Nope, we fail again.
Objection!
Nope, no good. What? Ow! I don't know what I'm supposed to do! I did show my evidence! We got camera, but that's from this thing. The crime photo from this one. The bridge. So this is no good. That's not gonna help. This might help. This photo? That's the map. The note says, till this time the whole truth must come out. It's blue.
Objection!
Nope, no good. Yeah.
Objection!
There we go. And Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. That's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. The third of it is Mr. Falls. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't clear enough. Shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? That's court recalled the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. This hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. Someone pushed you from behind as you claimed. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Do you understand now, Dolly Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Ah! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. It's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. Small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh. Right, if the events occurred just as the witness testified, then it couldn't have pushed the witness in the river. And lady, what's the meaning of this? You see. Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true the witness testified the defendant pushed her in the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? Getting shot in the arm is possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Maybe we could have just unwillingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. That's true, she would have fallen into the river. Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. The diamond's gotta come into play at some point. Seaman's face assault has finally reached its conclusion. Now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Fortunately for you, this is just the start of Mia's phase assault. But what? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwillingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous, what's so impossible about it? There's your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Look at all those things. Yeah, look at all those ropes. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. While holding a knife and a stone? So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. The fellow's been shot in the right arm. Ah, and more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Ugh! You think he had time to pick up a girl and yeet her off the bridge? Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? It's clearly impossible. Wow! Order! What's the meaning of this? Ah! Dolly Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs, she could have saved me. Jumping in a raging river like that, that would have been suicide. Perhaps. Still, that's exactly what you did. You're probably confident you could handle the swift current. Even more so, you must have had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important you'd want to jump into the river? Witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping in the rapids of the Eagle River. Stone! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Ah! No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had planned it all from the beginning. $2 million? She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang, bang, she shot me down. Bang, bang. Last minute, she paid him and threw herself into the river. Honestly, I thought the detective shot her. And threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. To the butterflies! Are we gonna add the butterflies? Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Do you mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? She was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. It's the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. She's going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. As when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan to ensure neither of your accomplices to kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Let's see the butterflies burst into flames. Hee hee. Who's that? Laughing at a time like this. Forgive me. It's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnap, of course. That at 14, I plotted with my sister Falls and my sister. Oh, well, one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? You can't provide evidence to at least show that. Huh. Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey, are you stupid or something? No! How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. I knew we had to lose this trial. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl's made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Evidence the trial's over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? They in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer there, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. There's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's one person that can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Your Honor, defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness. Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. Defendant, there's only one person who can shed any further light on the situation. One person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. One person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. Whether it was, in fact, her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve that riddle once and for all. That person is Terry Falls. Is it really almost over? Because we only have like 20 minutes left, and I got work tomorrow morning. What is your take on this? Why not? Prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff. There's no stream tomorrow, Frosty. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. Is this really the end, Treeborn? Last chance, Mr. Falls. Last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Good, you've heard everything that's been said at this point, yes? Yeah, I don't believe it. Wait, Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what you said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia's very much alive. And you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. Days ago on Dusty Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry, Dahlia, it's true, you are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth, I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it, you should already know. But, there's only one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Dahlia. I'll allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. But Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness. Eek! I'm sorry. I apologize. Water. Please, water. Huh? Can't talk. Need water. Oh well. I guess I'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. Watched my car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. And one woman came and stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she'll do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fey. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fey, please proceed with cross-examination. So you won't end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think. I don't think we need to press. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure you're lying. Huh? Wah. Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Let's look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be on the one at the end of the bridge, right? That's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Nung, ah, gaga, blah. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, so it's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to a special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. Stone Temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. Memento? 5 years ago, I hid it there under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle and necklace is your memento? Quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived scene at 4 o'clock. But he didn't left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Yeah, it's the necklace. With that much time, Val Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, that certainly wasn't enough time for it. So I got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls? That's enough. Please. A witness? I promised her 5 years ago. If whatever happens, if we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess. I was so stupid, I couldn't keep promise. So did it. I drank this. No, we're so close. Just a little more. It's gonna prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Mr. Falls! The end. And so my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. Ended with no winners and only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul that I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, you're so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You're just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. And you knew I wasn't cut out for this. Yeah. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oh, wow. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Alright. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yep. Same person. Oh, that was the past too, wasn't it? We did get her. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict until that ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It does seem like him a lot. We'll probably find that out in the last case. It's finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened. It's made me remember all this. Wow, that was a short one. Okay, but wow, we might actually finish this next week. Alright, we gotta save. Can I save? Okay, we save. Okay, we save, and then I'm just gonna close it, okay? We're just gonna save right here at number 1. It's good enough. Alright, we saved. Alright, now I'm gonna close. Confetti! Alright, so thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back on Friday at the usual time, Friday afternoon, for Final Fantasy XIV. So sleep well, have wonderful dreams, and hope you all have a nice, lovely evening. Have wonderful dreams. Sleep well, okay? Good night, everyone. Fox out. Night-night.